As the remainder of the season and potential postseason hang by a thread, I thought what better time than to focus on some of the most hyped picks to have come around in the modern era. And while some first overall picks have lived up to expectations, others not so much. In this video, I'm going to rank the last 10 first overall picks by how they've fared thus far in their careers. And with that, here are the last 10 number 1 picks ranked by skill. Well, I guess it's no surprise here that Yakupov is at the bottom, as the previous first overall pick of 2012 didn't quite meet the expectations that the Oilers and the NHL once had. And after 4 very mediocre seasons in Oil Country, Yakupov found himself being shipped off to St. Louis, where he would post the worst numbers of his NHL career, as the forward was only able to scrounge up a measly 9 points for the Blues after 40 games played with only 3 goals to his name. And after a last-ditch effort in the Mile High City, Yakupov, after the Avs declined to give him any qualifying offers following the season's end, found himself playing in the KHL. Definitely not what most expected here on draft day from the guy who once had a 101-point season for Sarnia. Now maybe this is a little unfair considering Hughes was playing for one of the worst teams in the league and didn't get to play a full season, but even still, when you're hyped up as the next Patrick Kane, much is expected of you. And after only 7 goals in 61 games played, I think it's pretty fair to say that at this present time, Hughes hasn't produced the numbers most expected. Even still, the kid is only 18 and has some time to develop his game, and for the New Jersey Devils and their fans, I'm sure they're hoping that it happens sooner rather than later. I think by now most of us can agree that while Hischier definitely isn't the worst here, it's pretty obvious today who the first pick should have rightfully been. Anyways, after going as the number 1 pick in 2017 and the first Swiss player to have ever been taken first, Hischier has yet to break out as the elite offensive force that he was once projected to be. Again, his numbers aren't terrible, as he currently has 135 points professionally after 209 games played, which is something. Regardless, Hischier, who has developed into quite a leader in New Jersey, still has some years left in his prime. After winning the Calder Trophy in 2015, after 39 points in 81 games played, Ekblad definitely proved that he was no bust. Not only did the Windsor native prove himself league-wide, but he also shattered many franchise records while at it, producing the most points, goals, and assists as a rookie defenseman that the Panthers had ever seen. And after several seasons while playing in the Sunshine State, the defenseman has definitely become a cornerstone player for Florida. In 2018, upon being drafted, Dahlin became the first Swedish defenseman to be taken first overall and the second Swede after Mats Sundin. And while some may disagree with Dahlin over Ekblad, my rationale is this. Dahlin has somehow managed on a mediocre team outside of Eichel and very few others to put up consistently great numbers. And at only 19 years of age last season, he had 40 points in only 59 games played. It will be very interesting to see how experience benefits the defenseman's game in the seasons to come. One of the most underrated two-way forwards in the league, Nuge, while often being overshadowed in Edmonton, has remained incredibly consistent thus far in Oil Country. After coming in second for the Calder, after Landeskog in 2012, Nugent Hopkins definitely proved early on that he was going to meet first pick expectations. Following close to a decade of play in the league, the forward has 2 60-plus point seasons while becoming one of the most versatile players in today's game. And yet another first overall pick to Edmonton, Hall, despite many injuries over the years, has proven to be one of the top wingers league-wide. After impressing everyone during the 2017-18 season while basically putting the entire Devils team on his back, Hall walked away with the Hart Trophy and 93 points. And besides possibly the best season of his career speaking for him, the fact that Hall shattered a Gretzky record for the fastest natural hat trick ever in 2013 is reason enough for him being here. Possibly the biggest hot take on this list, Matthews has emerged as one of the best scorers in the league. His quick and lethal shot has been frustrating goaltenders and mesmerizing fans since day one. And upon his NHL debut in 2016, there was no doubt that Matthews, who scored 4 goals in the contest, was the real deal. After playing a full 82 games his rookie season, Matthews, who scored 69 points in an impressive 40 goals, captured the Calder. Before the break, the forward had already surpassed his career best with 47 goals and 80 points in only 70 games played. MacKinnon not only has a wicked shot, but also the coveted ability to maneuver around the opposition with ease, while using his speed and size to his advantage. After being selected by Colorado in the 2013 NHL entry draft, Big Mac also impressed early on in his debut season, with 63 points in 82 games played, which awarded him the Calder. But it wasn't until several seasons later that the forward would prove that he's on another level entirely. After scoring 97 points after only 74 games played, MacKinnon emerged as one of the top forwards league-wide. Was there really any doubt here on who would be first? I mean, I could simply leave it at that and it would probably suffice. But even still, McDavid is McDavid. Like 2-time Art Ostead Lindsay McDavid, 2016-17 Hart McDavid, 3 100-point-plus season McDavid, you get the picture. Since he came into the league in 2015, the captain has proven fair and well to everyone with his speed, agility, and hands that the hockey world is his planet entirely, and we're pretty much just living in it.